Hello, video 3 of 10, campus housing. 4 students breathe deadly CD fumes from 10:30 p.m. until 2:30 a.m. These were the deadly fumes that were burning. This is an official picture of the Boston Fire Department Arson Department. This picture was taken about 2:45 a.m. Now, smoke from the room activated a sprinkler in the corridor. It sounded the alarm for the 24-story high-rise dorm. It was February and it was below zero and really cold. The security guard pounded and pounded on the door with his nightstick. Finally, someone came to the door. You should see the door, what he did. Wow. He really woke them up and he saved their lives, in my opinion. 3 students were taken to the hospital. I walked into the room, I looked around at the ceiling, and I picked up an object and I put it into my pocket. I was in the room about 12 seconds. The 4th student, he was sitting in a lounge chair outside his room. I walked up and I said, "John?" He says, yes. Well, go give him that name. How do you feel? He says, "Well, I'm dizzy. I don't feel good. And I just can't wake up." I said, "Oh." So a young lady comes by and she says, "Hey, John, why don't you go wash up?" So John, he took off. He went down to the bathroom to get washed up. And he looked to me like as if he was a dark-skinned person. But when he came back, he was Caucasian. So for 4 hours, he had breathed these fumes, and it must have permeated the entire room. So I said, "John, do you have any idea what happened?" He said, "No idea. Here I am, at this time of day, at this time of night. I don't know what happened." Well, I'll tell you, John, there are 3 things happened. This is a smoke detector, right? He said, "Yes, I know, yeah." Well, I noticed that it doesn't have any battery. Do you have any idea why the battery is out? He said, "No, I don't know why." I said, "Oh, anyway." Well, look at if it did work, this is what would have happened.
Fire, fire.
Yeah, that's what have happened, John, and I think that would have woken you up. But you had another problem, right? He said, "Oh, did I?" I said, yeah. I mean, you have the smoke detector and you have a hard wire detector in the room. Isn't that correct? He said, "Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you do, John." Now, he had saran wrap over the smoke detector. It was taped down, nice and secure, to make sure that no fumes would get underneath it. Let me give you an example of what it was like. This is a simulated, people. This is exactly what it was. That was very tight, and there's a candle that, something like that I picked up out of a box. So I said, so that's what happened, and the 3rd thing is this, John. Now, you had a bunch of CDs, right? And you put the candle on it. Isn't that right? And it burned down to the candle. He said, "Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah." He said, "Whenever I study, I put a candle on my CD. It kind of helps me to study." I said, "Oh, okay." He said, "What time did you go?" I said, "Just then." Somebody said, "Let's go out," so we took off. And we come back around 10:30. We went to a few parties, and we came in, and we all just crashed. I said, "Okay, yeah." So for 4 hours now, you breathe that smoke, all 4 of you. And I understand that 3 of them are already hospitalized. Did you know that? He said, "No." And I said, they wanted to put him in a clinic, but I said, "No. Anything dealing with the lungs, John, they should go to a hospital, and I think that eventually you should go to a hospital." So now it's 10:30 to 30. So you come in at 10:30, and it's 2:30 now. So it's 4 hours you were breathing that. Is that correct? He says, yeah, we were. And this is Saturday morning. What time was wake-up call? I said, we were going to expect a telephone call about 11 o'clock. I said, well, you crashed about 10:30, right? He says, yeah. And so they called you, say, at 12:30. How many hours is that? He said, I said, it's 12. I said, John, you would have been dead. You would have been a body. We would have been called. And we feel your pulse. There isn't any pulse. The paramedics come in. They feel the pulse. Then the body, our bodies, are taken down to the hospital to confirm that you're dead. Now, it's going to be a long weekend. And they may not have the room for all the bodies, so they send them down to the morgue. It's not far. They ship them in, we put them right down there. And there's a number on the slab. And they know they write down who's in the slab. Then they'll notify your father and your mother, and they're going to say, what happened? What happened? Well, first of all, there was smoke in there, and they think you may have died from smoke inhalation. Well, you were told by the college, absolutely, during orientation, no candles, so that gets the college off the hook. You went to a party, right? He says, yeah. And you had some beer and you drank, probably had some pot, maybe a little bit of drugs. Oh, we didn't have it. I said, okay, but anyway, you were at someone's house, maybe someone's apartment, or a big crowd together, and you were drinking, and maybe somebody would say, well, maybe something in there caused him to die, or the four of them. So, maybe there might be an autopsy on your body. Now there's going to be a lot of legal problems. Anyway, if none of this didn't occur, so now you've got to deal with the college officials. I think they may kick you out of college because they told you there's no candles and you could have died. And I think they told you during orientation that you may be expelled. So I don't know what's going to happen, but John, good luck. Okay, Mom and Dads, I hope you'll give that some consideration. Don't buy them a box of candles and other stuff. You should be aware of what's going on. And if you see candles, like in a dorm, you see no batteries in them. Like I've seen them. I've gone up the stairs, sometimes I looked in, I see the batteries taken out. What happens, that affects the other people in the other rooms. If there's a smoke detector there and it's not working in yours, and the other people think that there is a smoke detector, we're going to be safe, it's not going to be solved. So, you know what you might do? Is give them their own smoke detector. I know, they probably wouldn't want it, but it's a good idea. Goodbye.